what I'd like to say is everything is about deciding. It really is. We come into this world, so many things have been decided for us, and unconsciously we go with that. And the only way that we're going to become more aware is if we decide something to do, to go through, etc. So you see the world and what it's decided and deciding, and you decide. And so you must decide continually to become more aware also, and decide something to do something. And this is where we're at right now with the world. I'm constantly deciding something to promote something, or the projects or the funding or what have you. And it's a toughie. It's a toughie, but I'm constantly deciding it because this is how life is. It's about becoming more aware. And this is how you become more aware as you decide it. You know, it's just like the old days when you decided to be a member of some spiritual path or whatever. You had to decide that. You took a step. And so here we are now. And every moment it's a decision. And you decide to share. It doesn't matter what it is, something that makes sense. I always look at the is and see what it is in relationship to what I'm doing, what's going on in the world, what makes sense now, and deciding something. And so the adventure of sharing that and seeing who will step up and want to learn to be more real than just commonplace and self-satisfied and just stay with their old routines. It makes a big difference. And so again, it's very subtle. It's a very subtle thing. And yes, this is why there's only a few of us here, because very few people and who really realizes it, they must decide to face themselves. And everything within your consciousness that you created and your real awareness, if you'll decide to learn to recognize that. It all has to be decided. It's not going to be decided for you. None of it. You are the decider. We've been brought up in a world of authorities, self-proclaimed authorities. Look at what's going on with the virus thing. It's all fake. And look at all these authorities that are giving all these ideas out there. How many of them do you accept? And then compare that with the sun shining. Is there really anything real here? Is your personal life so important? You decide. All this is, new presentation, is an opportunity. But you are the decider. We don't decide for you. The boys don't decide either. You know, this is the old idea of begging the gods for this or that. It's not about that. It's about you deciding and you figuring it out. So now you know that there is more possibilities, and actually endless possibilities. They're endless. But will you decide? Or will you just think, oh, gee, I can't do that, or I don't believe that, or blah, blah, blah. See all these blocks? See, that becomes your reality. That's as far as you go. Now there's creation and there's the real universes. There's the real you. There's a difference. There is no creation in the real universes. There doesn't have to be, because it's all self-sustaining. And everything you need is already. But you decide how you're going to recognize that, or you continue to create in creation and be involved and encumbered by your creations. And you become constantly the effect of everything around you continuously. And you have that. You have done that for millions of lifetimes. A lifetime is nothing. We seem to measure something in time and space. Well, everything is now. Life is an isness. The possibilities are there. So again, it's all about deciding. Why are you here? Why did you come to the earth? Do you ever ask yourself that? What are you doing here? Do you have a purpose? Do you know what a real purpose is? You are the decider every single moment, just like the sun shining. When you look at the sun shining, what I see is sincerity, pure sincerity, because it doesn't stop shining. So each person can decide however they want to be and see. It's always up to you.
Yeah, and so we have to learn to figure out what we need to decide so that we can support the whole of life and create projects that do that, and just keep busy and figure it out and not be passive, because we're here, like we always say, it's human farming. People are being farmed. Maybe you don't see it, maybe it's not affecting your physical body or that of someone you know personally, but it's affecting all of us and our other bodies, and it does affect our physical bodies just on a more subtle level than most people realize. And so there is no la la land here, and it's very real. The influence and all these things that Duane's written about. So yeah, it's very real. It's important to have a focus, stay focused, and just keep becoming more aware.